Wishing for the kids to fail right now, but I ain't gonna.
19 make million a week. 5 shows made 3 million a week. We're now looking at the beastie.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another show with August with the Shade. And before y'all get into anything in my comments, let me just stop you right there, okay? Before y'all start with the lawsuit, defamation, and all that, stop, okay? Because if Jay-Z and Beyonce could sue Nicki Minaj, they would have done it already, okay? And that's a fact. And the fact that they literally haven't done it already just tells me everything that I need to know. Because this isn't literally about Nicki Minaj's tweets on X or what Nicki has or feels about Jay-Z or Beyonce. This is literally about power, fear, and what happens when the industry bully meets somebody who doesn't scare easily, okay? Now, first, I want to get into this whole defamation lawsuit and why this lawsuit would flop if they did decide to try to sue Nicki Minaj, right? So let's start with the basics, because y'all know the Twitter lawyers are always wrong and always just saying things about Nicki Minaj because they don't like her. Cool, okay? Jay-Z and Beyonce and Nicki Minaj are what we call public figures, right? And that means that suing for defamation is harder than Beyonce singing in live Super Bowl. But anyway, I'm just playing. But here's why it would actually be hard for them to try to sue, because Nicki would have to actually state a false fact, not an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, she would have to say, oh, this is what it is, and he's this and he's that. You know what I'm saying? If Nicki said it and it's true, then, and if he can't prove that it's not true, then like, what's the point of going to court for you, right? And also, she must also know that it's false. And if she knows that it's not true and she decides to say it anyway, then you can sue someone, right? And she also must tweet it with actual malice, right? So if Nicki got mad and was like, oh, you know, well, Jay-Z's da-da-da. Come on now, like Nicki hasn't done none of that. Actually, if you actually think about it, Nicki hasn't done that. Nicki has stated her opinion. Nicki is very, very intelligent, so she knows how to speak and she knows how to put it on Twitter too. Okay, but last but not least, but Jay-Z and Beyonce must prove real damage to what, you know, and how Nicki Minaj is, whatever Nicki's saying on Twitter is damaging their career, their deals, whatever, right? And no, being mad, embarrassed, and dragged online is not damages, okay? You can't, like, that's just a part of being a celebrity. Nicki's tweeting opinions, right? Commenting on the industry behavior and reacting to how she's been treated for 15 years. And listen, I don't know why people get so mad at a black woman for saying and speaking up about how she feels. Like, this is what Nicki is going through. I'm already going to say this, and this is one thing that really, really bothered me about Jay-Z that I heard years ago, about how Nicki Minaj was not able to put out her documentary because of Jay-Z. Now, that just rubbed me the wrong way, because I feel like that is him putting a muzzle over Nicki's mouth, because if Nicki said that something happened to her and it's because you have an artist on that label and you don't want the artist to be looked at as a bad person because of what Nicki Minaj is saying in her documentary, you try to shush her. You don't think that Nicki Minaj should be outing you? Absolutely. Because if it was any other girl, everybody would be behind her, protecting her. But because it's Nicki Minaj, nobody wants to protect her. So that's what it is. And that's just the truth. And that's why Jay-Z, in my opinion, never comes direct. He always sends people. Because let's talk about the real tea. Because Jay-Z has never really came at Nicki Minaj head on. Oh no, he does something much more executive in my opinion, right? He leans in and he grabs certain people to try to, like, put in a way for Nicki to get at, for Nicki to try to look at, you know, to try to be looked at as a bad person, in my opinion, right? Fans have long noticed a pattern, like, not facts, not accusations, a literal pattern, right? Beyonce lyrics in that song with Megan Thee Stallion, where she's talking about real ass and all stuff like that. I just felt like, because Jay-Z wrote that, it's like, why did you say that? Like, what made you want to say something like about two girls having a real behind? You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing like that, everything about that whole era was just so, like, to me, fabricated, but we're going to talk about that another time. Roc Nation artists always popping out conveniently shading Nicki Minaj. Even if it isn't a Roc Nation artist, it's anybody that is affiliated with Jay-Z in any kind of way, okay? We got the media narrative switching up overnight. One minute they're so mad at Nicki Minaj for being MAGA, the next minute they're mad because Nicki's dragging Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, and Nicki never really ever dragged Beyonce. She's only dragging Jay-Z, right? But we always see this pattern of people always wanting to get on Nicki Minaj, but they don't never wonder why Nicki's so mad. They don't never wonder why Nicki's has a problem, but it's always because Jay-Z is always doing something. indirect. Like, this is my point. Like, it's always something that is so indirect. But Nicki doesn't respond to subs. You know what I'm saying? Nicki responds to energy, and that's why he's always getting dragged, because he's always doing stuff behind the scenes. Now, one thing that we need to talk about, we're going to talk about stuff that's going on behind the scenes, because this is really where things shift, in my opinion. Now, let me be very clear before somebody pretends to misunderstand me, right? I am not stating facts. I am talking about the internet reactions to the public silence, right? Jay-Z and Beyonce have been very quiet since these Epstein files have came out. And when certain documents and names started trending online, like Jay-Z and Beyonce, a lot of celebrities got real quiet. I just want to know. I don't want to know why everybody get quiet around there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have something. Y'all always want to defend Jay-Z. You always want to defend Beyonce, but you never want to talk about the real. Jay-Z name is in the Epstein files. What are we going to do about that? Okay? And listen, Nicki Minaj didn't accuse anybody. Okay? She commented on the silence. She side-eyed what was going on. And the silence to the public speaks loud. You understand what I'm saying? Because here's the part nobody wants to talk about. If you sue Nicki Minaj, you open discovery. Do you understand? When you try to sue someone, you now have opened yourself up. You opened your life up to now for them to find out what's going on, because now they want to know, like, okay, wait, now they looking through emails, now there's text messages and meetings and timelines and all of the stuff that you don't want talked about, all of the things that you don't want revisited is going to be revisited. And that's when some folks are going to be like, okay, wait a minute, I don't know if I'm messing with Jay-Z. You feel what I'm saying? So Jay-Z definitely better pump his brakes on anything. So I would hope to God that Beyonce and Jay-Z don't want to do that. Yeah, okay? And you better listen. I'm going to send a little message out here to her little fans too, because Kelly Rowland, the sister that never made it, and also the mama that just, you know what I'm saying, don't want to go to sleep. Tina and Kelly have been throwing a lot of shade at Nicki Minaj, and you could tell it's because of them feeling like, you know, Jay-Z is the brother and whatever. Beyonce's scary. Just come out here and say something. That's your husband. If you were so-called cool with Nicki Minaj, then you wouldn't have a problem with hitting her up and figuring out what's going on, right? You wouldn't have a problem with that. But because you have a problem with that, just proves to me that something is wrong. It proves to me that you definitely have some type of problem with Nicki Minaj, bro. Because if I see Nicki going off on my husband and I can call her and figure out what's going on, I'm about to figure out what's going on. You too scared to do that because you know you did something wrong, okay? You have a guilty conscience about whatever you've done, and that's okay. But we will find out. But let's be real. Let's talk about why if you tried to sue Nicki Minaj, it would backfire really badly, okay? Suing Nicki Minaj would be the worst possible move. Why? Because discovery, exposes the private industry politics. Old deals gets questioned. Old favoritism gets exposed, like Foxy Brown. Old grudges gets resurfaced, and Nicki has something very dangerous, a long memory and nothing to lose, okay? So if you really want to get to it, you don't sue the woman who keeping the receipts from 2009 and 2015 and 16 and all of that. That ain't the type of woman that you want to sue, so you might want to back up. There's no shade. I think that Nicki Minaj will definitely have a really good case if she decides to count your suit. No shade, okay? So no, this isn't about defamation. This is about control, and Nicki Minaj has never been controllable. No shade. And that's why the shots are quiet, and that's why the shade is subtle, and that's why no lawsuits has been filed. So stop making up these fake claims on the internet of Jay-Z and Beyonce suing Nicki Minaj, because it's not going to happen, because they're too scared. Go and sue the people that put out the Epstein files and put your name in it, okay? Because some people don't fear lies being exposed. They fear the truth being discussed. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, make sure that you leave your comments down below. I want to know what you guys think about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Do you think that Jay-Z and Beyonce could sue Nicki Minaj? And if so, why? Like the video, subscribe. I'm out.